Kiwis are on sale.
Kiwis are on sale.
The Kiwis are on sale.
The Kiwis are on sale.
Kiwis are on sale.
Kiwis.
Kiwis. Kiwi. Kiwis are on sale.
Let's talk about it. Absolutely not. Oh boy. I was telling my spouse I'm gonna go to Costco, and what she said was that Kiwis are on sale, and I said, okay. Now I need y'all to tell me if I'm wrong if I don't buy Kiwis. Julia's nodding. Yes, I'm wrong.
You're not just wrong because you didn't buy Kiwis. You're wrong because you didn't qualify that statement with clarity.
Look,
and by you telling me that this is on sale, would you like? Because she's at fault too.
oh,
Would
that's
you
the
like
point.
some?
She's at fault. And so here's the thing. I did buy I did buy the Kiwis because before I left the house, we're standing there in the kitchen. She's like, hey, Kiwis are on sale. And I said to her, what you mean to say is, can you buy Kiwis? And she's like, well, yeah. And I was like,
Why you gotta have that energy with her?
no, because
And what you could have said is,
No.
would you like me to get some? Or
Yeah, like
how
they-
many would you like?
I would love to get you some. How many would you like?
Well, they're in a box.
Be kind to your spouse.
Hey, look, don't be coming at me with this bad. I thought, I'm telling this story on the podcast. That's bad communication right there.
It
Kiwis
is.
are on sale.
Yeah, on your part.
On both parts. Both y'all. Both of them.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Levi, and I am joined today with our other host, Costco Kiwi guys in the house, guys. We got
That's
Mr.
what you want to introduce me? Wow. Okay.
We got Mr. Caleb up in here. So, you know, you kind of famous now, bruh.
You know, this is the dumbest thing. If there could, out of all the things that I've said that I thought this is gold, this is hilarious, this is gonna be like the viral clip, Kiwis. like a discussion with my spouse that I really didn't think that much of turned into something. Really?
Oh, it went hard too. No, and I think it's funny because we'll jump here the comments. We'll start when we go in the comments. So first of all, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, review. If you have not had the chance, feel free to check out our website, that'showyoufeelshow.com. And if you go to the hamburger, some people that's what they call it. It's the 3 lines. You click that and you go down to shop. We have
Merch.
We have our stickers. And then I'm wearing one of the shirts tonight. It's got THYF on here. And then hold up, I'll do a little shot. Bam!
We can edit that out, just, you know.
But as always, you know, check out the shirts. There's lots of color options. There's lots of designs. And as of today, we will have a limited release.
Oh, we're doing a limited release?
We are. The shirt is the Kiwis on sale shirt, folks. You can see it right here.
That's funny. You know, I was talking to my dad on the way over here earlier, and he was like, hey, how do I get a shirt? I was like,
Did you send your mom the website? She wants to buy a shirt, bruh.
sorry.
She wants one with her grandson on the back.
My dad wants a shirt too. So
My mom got one.
I saw. Shout out to Wendy.
Shout out my mama. Yep. All right, let's hop into comments, Caleb. So,
Am I doing them?
yeah.
All right. So the first comment comes from, first of all, again, all the comments. I do enjoy pretty much all of them. Some of them were just kind of like, all right, but most of them like, that's funny. I was talking about this from the a lot of these are from like the communication episode, and I was sharing about how it's hard to make eye contact with people. And one of the comments from She's So Fab, yeah, that's trash. He's not trustworthy.
See, this is what's funny.
I love it.
Well, I'm not even focused on the comment. You know how earlier I told you to text me pictures of the comments so I could put them in here? You didn't text me those comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
So
fault.
I have different comments in here.
Not okay. Anyway, so and then so what was really interesting is like a lot of like the comments and the reels and like the other content that we put out about this episode and like a lot of the things, a lot of them like this person, user 9824359506062, touch of the tism. A lot.
He's got
A lot of them were like, he's got something.
Someone actually harped on that comment though, because
didn't-
they were like, I hate when people say touch of the tism.
Now, my spouse also thinks that I might be undiagnosed with something too. So,
I mean, aren't we all? My
have-
spouse, based on TikTok, diagnosed me with ADHD.
I have friends that like actually have been diagnosed, and they have told me, "You have it."
What?
ADHD.
Oh,
Me,
yeah.
they told me that I have.
My wife would send me educational videos about ADHD to prove I had ADHD.
Another comment comes from Kuka. This man is neurodivergent. Direct communication is required.
So this is where I want to jump in.
Go ahead.
So there's also another comment. I don't know if it's on your screen because our comments are messed up from Taking Back Sunday, because that was from the Kiwis on sale video.
yeah, because I was saying about how I need you not to drop hints.
Yes.
Be direct. And so they were like, hey, he's
Which,
neurodivergent.
and there were people who understood you from both ends.
Mm-hmm.
But our friends over at Taking Back Sunday podcast, they did comment, and I thought it was a really good thing, because we are humans. We are putting ourselves out there. We know that sometimes you aren't going to like what we got to say. Sometimes you're going to love it. But I really liked their comment. They said, being an honest human about your communication and flaws is exactly why people want to listen to these authentic podcasts. I didn't say strip.
Sorry.
Oh, look, when did you get that shirt?
You know, when you make a fool of yourself on the internet, you should just own it. You know what I'm saying?
That is gold. Hey, come on. Oh, that's funny. So yes, flaws is exactly why people want to listen to the podcast.
This shirt is not going to be on sale. This is mine. This is a custom one. This is a one of one. If you want it though, I'll reach out to the person that made this for me and I'll hit her up. Shout out to Don.
Someone made it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, like you didn't even ask for it?
No. I reached out to her.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, hey, I need you to make me a shirt. And she
I
was
thought
like,
that'd been funny if she just came over and be like, hey, I got your shirt.
no. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I need you to make me a shirt. And she's like, okay, great. What do you want it to say? I said, Kiwis are on sale. She said, okay. What, like, is that it? I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You should have said you ain't been on TikTok.
I was like, can you put a picture of a kiwi on it too? And she said, yeah, okay. And so she sent me like some mock-ups and I was like, these are all great. I don't care what it looks like, just legible.
That is funny.
And so she sent me this final design and I was like, that's beautiful.
I did not expect
And
that.
so it was funny. So she had it made and she was like, hey, you can pick it up whenever. And I was like, all right, cool. Emily's going to pick it up because she just happened to be doing it. And she gives it to Emily and she's like, I don't know what this is for. And Emily was like, oh, you'll see.
So does she have a business?
She does. I think so. Well, if she has a real, she actually does. Okay, she really does. I'm sorry. She really does. I am sorry, Dawn. I do not know the name of the business,
But it is right here.
we will link it. We'll drop it for you. I'm so sorry that I don't know the name of it. She's just my wife's friends that
Family friend.
She's my wife's friend that makes shirts, and so when we need a shirt, she's the one I call. So
Well, and the Kiwis on sale thing was funny. Like, yes, I mean, I started getting mad at first for you, just because people like there were some dumb comments, but at the end of the day, like, truly, it was more in reference. The whole thing was in reference to indirect communication and direct communication. You, knowing you as your friend, you are a person who requires direct communication.
yeah,
Even though you don't give direct communication all the time. That's something I'm noticed about you. Like, I remember last week I was like, how are you? Yada, yada. And then finally you said something and you're like, well, you didn't ask, how is this? And I was like, bruh.
First of all, don't do that to me. Like,
No, it's not about you, because honestly, I actually have a story reverse, because everyone was saying how husband versus wives. And I think that should be taken off the table because really it's a different personality types, the way people communicate.
Are we talking about this Kiwi thing right now?
Yes, I am.
All right, so can I just say this real quick?
Yes, sir.
When I realized, I guess it went viral, when it broke, whatever I don't know. Like, I just knew, like, oh, this has got a lot of views. Oh, this has got a lot of views. Wow. Like, that was like kind of like the thing. And so like I started to read some of the comments, and like the only one that was like bothered me like a little bit was, this man doesn't like his spouse.
That's
and I'm
what,
like, yeah, I do. But also, I don't like my spouse all the time. When I'm in the do you, when you're in the middle of a fight, can you say I like you right now? You can't. You don't. It's just it's a reality. And maybe it's not a reality for y'all. Maybe y'all just love your spouses all the time, which I do. I love my spouse 24/7. She gets on my nerves. I don't like her all the time. That's just how it is.
It's true.
In that moment,
that's how marriage is.
In that moment, I was rude. I was condescending. I was a little disrespectful. But I was trying to, in a very condescending way, get her to communicate better with me.
Well, and I
didn't do it good.
The thing that people don't see is there's been times, I'm sure you've had gentle conversations about like, hey, I really could use direct communication. Yeah. Yada yada. And so
it's just and
in marriage, that happens where you finally kind of snap and you're like, no. Yada yada yada.
Right, like we might have been in the middle of a low key fight that whole day anyway, and so like I gave y'all 1/10 of a second of a day into my life, and y'all are like, oh, he don't like his wife. That okay? Like, yeah, that's your opinion. Like, and so I don't really. The comment bothered me like a little bit. I was like, aw. And then I was like, do I even really want to address it? Because I feel like if I have to come on somewhere and try to convince people that I love my wife, do I really love my wife? Like, if you got to try to prove something, what are you doing? Like,
well, and everyone that knows you knows how much you love your wife.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like, it was just kind of funny. So let me get back to like actually like the video or clip going viral. I feel like Julia did it on purpose, though, to kind of shame me, though.
No, she didn't.
No, I know she didn't. Anyway.
You put it out there for her to do it.
So it goes viral. Now, my wife does not have TikTok. She doesn't have Instagram. So she has no idea that this is going on. And so I had to like tell her, yo, I'm low-key famous out here right now. And so I was like, hey, like this clip is going kind of viral. And she said to me, I told you to watch how you talk to me.
But I imagine Emily said it much more like, you probably were like, oh, yes, ma'am.
No, she was like, you shouldn't talk to me crazy. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, it was funny because it was funny when people would see me, or like my cousin called me, my cousin Lacey, and she's like, bro, did you guys, your videos viral? It started a challenge on TikTok.
I know.
Where people would ask their husband who their spouses.
Okay, so you're going to Costco and you're talking about what you're going to pick up or whatever. And I go, oh, Kiwis are on sale. What's your next thought?
I gotta go look at Kiwis or whatever. Why?
If your girl tells you Kiwis are on sale at Costco, you better go get her some Kiwis or you have failed the test.
Kiwis are on sale.
This guy asked if he was in the wrong if he didn't get Kiwis for his wife after she told him that they were on sale at Costco. But this one simple question got so huge that it's kind of a relationship test now. Has this now become a TikTok trend for girls to go up to whoever they're dating or married to and tell them that Kiwis are on sale at Costco to see the reaction and test if it's like the proper one?
But she was like, you're famous for the wrong reasons. But I was like,
all the wrong reasons.
But she was, although, here's the thing, bad publicity is publicity. You know what I'm trying to say.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it all.
Listen, and we know who you are. Honestly, it's more kind of fun to laugh about now.
Oh, I'm laughing. Bro, I requested.
You know what's crazier than how he talked to his wife? How this man eats kiwis. Do you know that he eats the skin? He takes that little. Do you even take the sticker off? Oh, he eats the skin and all.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's diabolical.
A little bit.
I
mean, I won't eat the skin, but I won't eat the sticker.
I bet Julia's loving those.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm so sorry.
Well, while you're eating that kiwi real quick,
I need a
So
napkin.
I had an instance this weekend actually that made me think of the Kiwis on sale conversation and kind of what you're getting at. So me and my wife were at one of the local city festivals. Blue Springs has this fall fun fest. So
Okay.
we're going.
Oh, you went?
We did.
Why?
Well, I really wanted a Timmy burger. I didn't even get a Timmy burger. Also, I've learned when you go with kids, I'm glad that they had the time of their life and we got to get them prizes and toys. But I was so ready to get up out of that mug, it ain't even funny.
Oh, so like y'all played games with children.
We took it. The only game they could do was really grab the ducks. And so Brooklyn went and picked up 2 ducks. And so then they got the prize.
Okay.
But the joy on their face was, just beautiful. Although I will say by the end of that thing, I was so ready to get out of there. We're walking up and down though, and we're getting ready to pass a kettle corn booth. Now, in my wife's defense, my tone didn't directly say yada, 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 but I was very indirect in my communication because my wife's kind of like you. She needs direct communication.
Boom.
So I said, hey, do you want to get some kettle corn? And she said, ooh, no, I probably shouldn't. In my mind, I was saying, hey, let's get some kettle corn. She thought I was just thinking of her. And so then she in return asked me, well, do you want kettle corn? Well, at that point I said, I had already rolled my eyes. And I said, no, because my wife has asked me, like, if I'm getting something unhealthy, like fast food, don't just get something for her because she doesn't want to be tempted with it. So then in my mind, I'm like, well, damn, now we can't get the kettle corn, now. So I was mad. I was mad at her the whole car ride home. I was like, man, I really want some kettle corn. But in reality, it's really boils down to indirect versus direct communication. Where I could have been like, hey, let's get some kettle corn. But I thought, knowing my wife, how much she loves the kettle corn. And when I said, hey, do you want to get some kettle corn? We're right there. Because people were saying on that video, well, obviously she wanted some, or obviously wanted something. It's not always that easy. And also the Kiwis were for you. That's what's funny. Your wife doesn't really even eat the Kiwis, does she?
Yeah, you're right. Because also when I bought the Kiwis, I brought them home and they sat there for like days, and I'm like, you didn't even want the Kiwis. I was so mad. I brought it up. I was like, you didn't even eat these. She was like, yeah, they're for you. I was like, oh, if I would have wanted them, I would have just got them.
Yeah.
But I think she was just telling me.
She was trying to think of you.
In case they were in case I wanted them. I was like, oh, they're on sale. Which just goes to show you that my wife don't really know me anyway, because I don't give 2 craps if anything is on sale. I don't check price tags. I'm rich.
What's
like for real?
You can't be saying that in this economy right now.
I'm rich.
It's funny. And I wouldn't say that your wife doesn't know you because
she don't know me, because she wouldn't have said that, because she knows I don't care about nothing that's on sale.
My wife would do the same thing, and I don't care what's on sale either.
Like, she's always like, oh, this is on sale. I'm like, so we don't need it. She's like, well, it's on sale. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I buy something and it just happens to be on sale, great. But I'm not looking at the price tag out
When
here.
me and my wife got married, she wanted like off-brand stuff of everything.
Ugh.
And I finally told her, like, there's certain things you cannot get. When I make biscuits and gravy, it cannot be off-brand condensed milk. It needs to be Eagle brand. Okay? What?
Okay, so you have like things where like it has to be name brand.
Yes.
Really?
Some stuff like is like all these chips and stuff. I'm not here for them.
Those are kind of gross.
I don't think
you know what?
They
all
taste
these
the same.
peanut butter is nasty.
Oh, I haven't had that.
It made me angry.
Yeah.
Like, I went to go get some peanut butter, and I was like, all right, all these is literally right here. I took a spoonful of it. I was instantly upset because it was so nasty.
Well, you know what is good at Aldi?
What?
The pita chips.
Let's move on. Let's just go ahead. Thank you for segueing right out of my Kiwi debacle.
All right. So anyways, I think before we go into question day, last thing I want to say is marriage is like you said. You have to constantly work at marriage. You love your spouse. You married them for a reason. But you're right. Not all the time. You don't like them all the time. You're around someone 24/7, they're going to get on your nerves.
Bro, we just got out of a fight like 2 days ago.
Which I did talk to you about that.
Yeah,
But
you were right. And so was my spouse. I was dead wrong. I forgot what it was about. What was it about?
communication.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into another comment.
Yeah. So question of the another comment? Yeah.
No. It's not really a comment. It's just we want to just highlight one of our supporters, Joel Sapp. He bought some stickers and he has
Yes.
them on his Contigo cup. So Joel, appreciate you for
Yes.
repping. Another comment, I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't know where the clip is from, but this is a YouTube short one. A black guy named Caleb. That's a unicorn right there.
It was from the Mount Rushmore video.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
A black guy named Caleb, which is kind of funny because I don't really know any other black guys named Caleb. I think I know one, but like all of my friends that know another Caleb, they say he's black. Like I know another guy named Caleb and he's black. I'm like, okay, cool. I've never met another black Caleb.
I feel like that's them just trying to relate to you. Oh, I know another black Caleb.
Terrible. And then last comment from Nadia. I don't know what video this was from. I do.
Video game consoles.
I was talking about the Sega Dreamcast, and this comment comes from Nadia. Is Caleb gay? No. No.
Nah, he's.
But made me laugh though. I was like, that's funny. I'm glad that I'm putting out that vibe though. I'm okay with that. Am I gay? Am I?
No. Costco Kiwi guy sees sex therapist. Am I gay though?
Am I? All right, question of the day.
Also, real quick, Kathy and Rachel have the stickers on their cups, so they got their stickers. You know what? Actually, you weren't at church Sunday. They showed me a picture.
Good.
They ended up getting the envelope
Okay, cool.
with no letter or stickers in it. Someone stole the stickers up out of it.
We got a sticker bandit out here.
Someone loved our stickers so much they took Rachel and Kathy's.
Or maybe you just didn't seal the envelope right.
No, I mean it was sealed.
All
All right, question of the day time. Question of the day.
No. If your inner monologue was a genre, what would it be?
If your inner monologue was a genre.
You came up with this question.
I did. So, drama. Romantic drama.
I don't think mine is probably like a comedy. Just because my inner monologue is usually a rude little SOB, like just talking at me like very snarky. You're gonna eat a kiwi whole. Is that what you're gonna do on camera? Like that's like mine is like
that's what's going through your head right now. No, but honestly, I feel like anybody's would be comedy because you're looking at everything around you and you say the things you don't say out loud.
No, I think some people might like have like an anxiety thing. I can't believe you just did that.
Yeah, but what genre would that be?
Suspense.
Well, then mine's suspense all the time, bro.
No, mine's comedy. My inner monologue is
dramedy.
My inner monologue is probably sounds like Ryan Reynolds just commenting on things just in the most condescending way.
As Deadpool.
Yeah, like you're just gonna sit there with your legs crossed like that. You got your ankles showing like that. In your dirty white Vans. Like, that's just, like, the things that I think about.
It's funny because this is what's going through your head. Mm-hmm. All right, what's the next question?
What's your favorite non-animated Disney movie?
Yeah, you said this was just for me.
No, this is for us. But mine, favorite
give me time to think.
Non-animated, and it's not like, The Lion King remake. Like, none of those things. Mine is The Kid with Bruce Willis and Spencer Breslin. It came out, like, in 2004 or 5. I don't remember.
Baseball?
No, it has nothing to do with baseball. It's just so Bruce Willis is like he's an image consultant, and his younger child self travels to the future where he is, and he has to like help him with his life and relationships, and it is the funniest movie it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good movie.
Because like
that's a good movie. I've never seen it.
What's kind of funny is like in the movie, this guy Bruce Willis, he's like 40 years old.
Okay.
In the trailer, is like, "How old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 40." And the kid's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm 40." He's like, "What do you mean you're 40?" He's like, so the kid's like, he gets frustrated and he's like, "Wait a minute, you mean to tell me I'm 40, I'm not married, I don't fly jets, and I don't have a dog? I grew up to be a loser." Like this kid is like,
I feel like I've seen this movie.
You probably have. And so this kid is like super pissed at his adult self at like what he's grown up to be, and he's so pissed at him. And it's just a really funny movie.
So you just dropped this question on me earlier, so I didn't have time to look up a bunch. So can't think, and I'm not gonna say High School Musical because that's not a great movie.
It's Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, isn't it?
The second one. No, I'm just kidding. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
That's the first one.
I know. No, I did watch all those growing up. But you know what came to mind? Cadet Kelly, yep. Or What's the other one? The cowbells.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay.
So which
you.
one's yours? Which one's your?
No, the one that made me think of nostalgia. Indian in the cupboard.
That's Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I
Isn't
thought
that
that was
Disney?
DreamWorks.
I thought that was Disney.
Okay, if it is,
But
it
isn't
is.
that just makes me think of nostalgia. What's the other one with the young kid that used to be in all the movies? And he had a bow and arrow.
Was it Man of the House?
Maybe, yes.
I think it's probably Man of the House with it's like Tim Allen and like Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yes, that movie.
I think it's called Man of the House.
Yes.
It probably isn't, but it's.
I haven't seen that
something
long
like
time,
that.
but that's a good movie.
Okay. All right. So this last question is a real quick one. We got the election coming up. I just want to know real quick, how much would someone have to pay you to play, act in a movie to play the Grand Wizard of the KKK? It is you are acting. This is a job. But Hollywood calls you, hey, this is so and so. We're making a movie. We think you are a great fit. We got a role lined up for you, and you're playing the Grand Wizard of the KKK.
If Hollywood was to call me, and I finally get my acting debut, and they say, we think you're the perfect fit
to play a racist,
I would hang up the phone. That is not my moment. Not me. Not today, Satan.
Really? You wouldn't do it?
No.
Look, as your only black friend, I wouldn't be mad if you did.
You are not my only black friend. You happen to be my best black friend.
Oh man! Because imagine you do it and you don't tell anybody, and me and you were sitting in the theater, and it's wait a minute, what's going on?
I don't think our notes have synced completely because
oh my goodness,
I don't think you saw my last question of the day.
What is it?
So
I know we told Julie we would only do 2, but we're on number 4 now. What's up?
That's all right. Thoughts on the Diddy scandal?
That much baby oil?
I saw a TikTok today. It was these people in a Japanese game sliding down this hill, and it said cops trying to get in Diddy's mansion.
Somebody texted me about how much baby oil was found in his. I'm like, why are y'all? I got friends that sent me Instagram videos of this. I'm like, why do you think I want to know? I don't want to be informed about this.
Well, so the reason why it's all over TikTok, of course, it's all over the news. I do think it's very sick. All what happened. I don't know how much you know about it.
Again, I don't really keep up with current events, so all I know is that they found a bunch of baby oil.
Oh, bro, no.
You know
he's arrested now, right?
Yeah, he was indicted, and obviously he's been doing nefarious things and very awful things, sort of not unlike, I guess. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know what he's been accused of. I know it's probably SA and a lot of maybe child trafficking, stuff like that. I don't really know.
Abuse
I know
and there's lots.
I know
of
it's
stuff.
very bad, and so I really, not because I know it's bad. I don't really keep up with what's going on.
Well, the reason why I asked, it's a really popular one, but also, do you know who Jaguar Wright is?
Nope. Oh yeah, she's a woman. She's a lady. I've seen a couple
He is correct. Ding.
No, I've seen her give a couple of interviews, and I've seen a couple TikTok clips of her talking about Diddy, Cat Williams, other people.
Yeah, so
and she's spilling the tea on everybody.
She is spilling the tea, and there's some stuff apparent, and this isn't just from Jaguar. There's a lot of stuff. So,
I hope I don't look fat in this shirt.
Black always makes you look skinny. Why do you think I wore black today?
Okay.
No, but I mean, there is a lot of people tied into this that names are going to come out, and so I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to be. It sounds like are going to be taken down, and there's a lot of Hollywood people that it's kind of interesting to think they're involved in this disgusting thing. I mean, there's talks of Jay-Z. There's talks of who else was it? Oh, there's a whole list.
I know somebody.
Usher.
I know somebody that's been to Diddy's house.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Who? You can say it in the microphone.
Was it your brother?
My father.
Oh,
he was because again when this news kind of broke, he was like, I can't believe I've been over there. I was like, Dad, I don't.
So doesn't mean he went to a Diddy party. It was the Diddy parties.
Yeah, but he's like, I've met Diddy. Your brother introduced me to him. I'm like, okay, and
yeah, no, and I mean, granted, it's not a lot. I mean, nothing changes about my life essentially. But I do,
Actually, you know what? All these people getting kicked out of these spotlights might pave the way for that's how you feel.
That's right. But one hot take that I've kind of learned through this is that it's possible that Diddy was the one that got Tupac killed.
That's what Eminem said.
And there's some more evidence that came out for that. And I was like, and Biggie, I think.
Okay.
So that's what all he gives no cares. I'm all like in the.
Yeah, you also like really like followed the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial too. Like
I got my
about...
wife a candle and it's got a turd on the top of it.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, what's it say on it?
Remember when we asked last week, what's the strangest thing you ever bought off Amazon?
That was it.
You bought your wife a turd candle.
I did. We never lit it. But it has Amber Heard's face and it has like a quote about it. Man, that I cannot wait till that becomes a movie. That was unhinged.
Let's really get into the topic of the show. Cause wow.
You want me to get you a turd candle?
You can give me anything but a turd candle.
I'm gonna get you a sponge bed.
Okay. I mean, I got a scrub daddy, so like it'd have to be a round bed. I'm waiting on you, Broseph.
Ditto.
You so dumb. You so dumb. Julia gonna have to edit out that whole little moment of silence now, cause you ain't okay. So I guess we're talking about friendships today, cause
I didn't know if I have one.
Apparently, over this whole Kiwi debacle and about the way that I communicate with people, Levi got it into his head that maybe I don't like him. And so he decided to...
And Caleb told me, he's like, what? Why did it take the Kiwi on sale video for you to realize that?
I mean, nah, but like, it's like you... Because okay, so Levi and I are trying... Levi is trying to make plans with me, and I'm fine with most plans with anything I do. I don't really care what's going on. I'm just here along for the ride. I'm happy to be around, and he's trying to make plans with me about something. And I keep texting back or saying back, that sounds fine. That's fine. This is cool. I don't care. Because I don't. It does sound fine. I don't, he's not giving any bad ideas. And I texted him, if you have a bad idea, I'll let you know.
See, it's funny that's not where my head was at. My head had nothing to do with the way you were responding about us going to Vegas.
Anyway, so Levi thought that I was just upset with him. And so he created a show topic for us to talk about friendships. Let's just get into the first question.
I think that
we're going to get into the first question.
Quick,
no
real
more.
Quick, ma'am.
Mm-mm. Did you say ma'am?
Sure did. So I think, first off, I forgot what I was going to say now.
All right. So the first question is, are you an internal processor or an external processor? I am wildly both. I process externally, like off the hip. Like if you ask me a question that I didn't like seek, obviously it's like you're just springing something on me. I will start rambling and I process as I'm like trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I can talk too long, but then after I'm done talking, then I'll go back and like internally process, and then I might come back with some more garbage.
Okay, so in friendships, when you're having conversations or like disagreements, I wouldn't say there's a lot to... The whole thing is because your whole demeanor changed in the last 2 weeks, and I was worried about you and stuff, and I wasn't the only one that was thinking it, okay? Everyone was calling me. I'd be like, man, is Caleb all right? And I'm like, man, I don't know. He won't talk to none of us. Like, I'm just kidding. I think, but there was other reasons that I now know, and I also know that I'm an overthinker.
That's your fault.
It is my fault. And so there was some things, but I think you are very much an internal processor. Because I shouldn't be telling you. I don't tell you what you
tell
are.
me how I feel. Go ahead. No, I'm being for real. Like, tell me how I feel.
No, I think you're an internal processor. And I'm talking about, because you've called me with asking some questions about things before, but I feel like you have to, because I'm very similar. I am an internal processor. I will put on a face until I have thought about it and processed it, and I have my concrete answer, and then I'm ready to discuss.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to things like, not even just friendships, but in your marriage, like when you have a disagreement, that's why I think like when you're angry or you're in the moment, you shouldn't fight right then and there, because I need time to process it. Whereas my wife wants to be able to talk through it. right then and there. I can't do that. I mean, I do because it's my wife. I love her. But how long does it take you after you process something to be able to discuss it? Or like, how long does it take you to process things typically?
Oh, it could be days. Like, I have a friend, and they were talking about like a relationship that they have and what their thoughts on what their thoughts are on it. And she didn't ask me for any advice. She didn't ask me how I felt about it or anything. But, I just kind of took it in. And then at the end of like her kind of like telling the story and telling the scenario, she was like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know. Just because there are certain situations where I feel like, let me not say what I'm thinking immediately. Let me try to like mull this over. It really depends on how well I can quickly gauge the seriousness of whatever it is that's going on. Like if it's something like lighthearted, I'll give you my 2 cents immediately. But if it's something that like is serious, then hopefully I have enough wisdom to say, let me think about this for a second before I just start giving you pitiful advice.
I gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
But then like I can do the former and just say whatever was on my mind at the time, and then still go back and reprocess what I said and go, okay, let me clarify some things. Like with like the fight that I had with my spouse about making some plans, like it took like literally like 24 hours for me to be like, okay, look, we fought the other day. Here's what I was trying to say. And I understand that was frustrating because here's what I actually said. And let me give you some context about like what I was trying to do. And it helps, but like, I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think, and this is just me, I think you're hard to read.
No, I'm not.
You're very hard because your response to anything is I don't care, I don't know.
First of all, I'm not lying. But you gave me such a gem when I'm pretty sure it was you.
I mean, probably. I just don't know what I said.
So we were talking about how you asked me, what does the word excitement mean to you? And I told you that it's like when I hear the word excitement, I imagine little kids jumping up and down. And I'm not about that life. But what I can say is if I am like not necessarily excited, but I am like looking forward to something, I can say I'm looking forward to that. But if someone asks me, hey, what do you think about XYZ? And I'm like, and my initial thought is I don't care. Instead of saying I don't care, I can say I don't have an opinion about that, or I'm fine with whatever you choose. Or there was another one like I'm indifferent on it. I don't have an opinion on it.
Yeah, like
I could go either way. I don't care is to a lot of people when they hear that it's almost hostile. Almost to the point of negative where it's like, I don't want to do that, which is not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't care. I'm not saying I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't care. And a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah. So, and I think
yeah.
And I think because that's your general response. And so when you hear that from you all the time, it's like hard to figure out like, well, what does Caleb care about?
Not a whole lot.
So.
It's not, but it's not that I don't care. It's just like, it's not.
Yeah.
There's so many bigger things to worry about and things that like require attention and effort and energy. And who's driving to the baseball game is not the thing I'm going to give 2 thoughts about.
Who drove? Because I didn't go.
Not me. And I didn't care. If they're hey, you're driving. No, I don't want to drive. Like then like if I have an opinion, y'all will be the first to know. Unless I feel like that opinion is not going to change the situation, I won't share it.
Yeah. Well, and so we're going to be going to Vegas in a couple months.
THYF side quest, Vegas.
There we go. And that's kind of what we were talking about because I had already bought you tickets to a show.
Goofball.
And you, for your birthday, and you had called me like maybe 5 days before like your birthday dinner and was like, hey man, these tickets are really expensive. I don't think we should do Vegas. Like, I don't think we should go. And you were just going. I'm like, boy, we can talk about this later, whatever. But then you kept on saying like, oh, I don't know. I don't care. And so I like literally did not think you wanted to go to Vegas. So I was like, listen, these tickets can be returned. But then you're right. You said when we were talking, you was like, no, I'm looking forward to it. And like that, I was like, okay, so that there shows me you have some excitement towards it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna jump up and down. With
Yeah.
excitement.
And I don't think I don't think excitement always looks like.
No, I just have I'm pretty even keel most of the time. And I'm just like, I have RBF, like real. I can be having a grand old time with my closest friends and family and be sitting looking like, hey, how are you? I'm great. What's up? Because then immediately I know how my face looks. And so when people ask me, are you okay? That question puts me in a bad mood. Like, because I'm like, I'm fine. Why are you bothering?
That does tick you off.
It does. I hate
I asked
how
you
are
like
you?
how many times in 1 week?
Man. Like the
And then I really thought you hated me.
Stop asking me how I am. Don't, because again, even with how are you, I don't know what you want to know. That is the most vague question, and I don't know how you want to know what you want to know. So I just say I'm fine, almost to the point of annoyance, because it's like, what do you want? Why are you bothered? Like, why I was fine until you asked that. Like, now what? Because that question, I feel like, and I'm processing this right now as I'm saying it, that question sparks, I think, anxiety in me. Like, what do you want to know? What, why? What happened?
Do you think that stems from childhood, or do you think that stems from like past relationships?
Annoyance. It stems from me being annoyed. No,
It's like, okay.
I don't know I don't know where it comes from, but because again, I was minding my own business, just existing. And then you want to come up to me and ask me a question. I'm like, what? Why? What do I look like to you?
Yeah. And I'm the type of person, I'm kind of a digger because I like depth,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to get to know people and their life stories. And I want to know how they feel in different types of situations, because then I know how to be a friend to them in X, Y, and Z situations.
Which is why I always say state your business when you call me, because that way I know what's going on and I don't have to guess as to why you're calling or why you're, whatever the case is.
And it's just a difference of difference in how people work and, communicate. And so,
I don't even like the question, how's your son? He's fine. What do you want to know? Like, he vomits every other night. Like, what do you want to know?
Which is a common question, though. I mean, you're going to get that.
How's your kid? He's fine. And like, I don't know what you want to know.
Okay, how do you feel about your son?
Dad life is the best life.
And is he cute?
He's the cutest kid. All y'all other kids, y'all are second class citizens compared to my kid.
Well, I mean, my kids are cute.
Your kids are goblins compared to my kid.
Oh, you gonna try to catch his hands? You gonna find out how Levi really feels.
I've been wanting to say that to somebody's kids. Your kids are goblins.
Have you ever seen a picture of a newborn baby of like one of your friends and you've been like, ooh?
No, but I had a friend have a friend that she showed me like her daughter's like baby photo, and I was like, yo, that thing is awful looking.
Did you say that to her?
No, but she said she is an ugly baby. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you said it first.
Yeah.
But her daughter is beautiful, but like now, but like the first couple months, I was like, that's a gremlin.
So to go back, because I'm a digger. I like depth. I'm trying to dig in on this. So I think your response, obviously you said you get annoyed. It clearly shows in your response.
Mm-hmm.
When people say, how are you? And just in general, not just like if it's someone who really knows you and just come, hey, how are you? But if someone says, how are you? How's your kid? That's really just them trying to get like a response, like to talk to you a little bit. And so it doesn't have to be like, he's fine. You can be like, oh, he's really good. He's cute.
No,
and he's.
Here's the thing. I understand, especially like in public settings where people like at church, for instance.
Like small talk.
When I understand that is small talk, and I am always prepared for that. Like,
okay.
I understand that is a social norm. So I'm not annoyed when I'm walking through like church and people say, hey, how's it going? It's going great. Like in the back of my head, I'm like, but I understand that this is a normal thing that regular humans do. So I'm just like, hey, it's going great. Hey, how's your boy? He looks great on, Facebook, whatever. Glad you enjoy the, photos or whatever. Like, I understand that exchange takes place a lot, and I'm here for that. My thing is like, the how are you if I'm literally not walking around in a public space and I am literally like sitting in a room, usually at like parties or get-togethers, and I'm minding my own business. And I'm just like, I'm on my phone or I'm just like sitting, just chilling, and somebody will interrupt my chill and go, "Hey, how are you? Is everything okay?" I'm like, "What?"
I'm laughing because that would be me.
Yeah, it would be. And I'm just like,
But that's a
Back
me thing,
up.
because even in conversations, like I don't like awkward silence.
mm-hmm.
And so like if I'm at a party and I see a loner like you on the couch, then I have to feel like I need to make you feel like you're enjoying the party.
Yeah.
So
I get it. I understand it. I hate it when it happens to me. Because I understand that. Like, I can stand and be perfectly content if no one's talking to me and I am having a grand time. But my face says I hate everybody and everything.
yeah,
I get that my face does that a lot. It betrays me.
unless you're drumming, your joy comes out in drumming.
Oh, that I'm having a good time.
Yeah. So what do you think friendship means?
I have no idea.
Or how do you think a healthy friendship should look? Go back. What do you mean you have no idea what friendship means? Like to you, like what does a friend mean to you? Like how, like when you consider someone a friend, like what does that look like to you?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
I like how I asked the question 3 different times, the same question.
Hey, for like sometimes that's how I gotta process it. I gotta ask it a couple times. I don't know, because like I have people in my life that I would say I call everybody my friend. Like, oh, that's my friend. But are they really though? Like, are some people, and I don't want to be mean, but some people are acquaintances. Like, I know that this person exists, but would I consider them a friend? Like, when is the barrier cross between acquaintance and
for
friend?
you right now, think of close friends. What does a close friend look like to you? Because I think that's more what's going to get you on your...
A close friend knows things that acquaintances don't. A close friend knows me outside of social media. A close friend probably has seen me with my shirt off. That's a joke. I can't stand you.
I was like, oh, I was like, that's okay.
Nah,
I can't.
but to kind of be in that realm, a close friend has seen things that I probably wouldn't want the average person to see.
Like seeing your like notes of imperfection.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and you
they've
can
decided-
trust them with that.
Yeah. So yeah, and they've seen those parts of me that are unsatisfactory. They've seen those less desirable features. They've seen me probably be rude to them and still stuck around. Like, those are like
Let me
close
tell
friends.
you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
What do you think of friendship means?
Oh, what do I think friendship means? I wrote the question.
See, it's
This
difficult.
This
It's
was an
difficult.
interview with Caleb.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think it's someone that you can, like you said, you can trust with the imperfect parts of you that you don't put on social media.
Mhm.
So I think everyone out here, when you look at their social media, you see, and you've said this before, you see this perfect life. And so for those that don't really know you, they may just look and be like, man, they have everything going for them, like yada, 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 when that may not be the case. And so then you get to know someone and you get to see their anxieties, their fears, their worries, and you still stand by them. You show up. Showing up is a big thing. That's, I think, what a friend means. Showing up and being able to trust them, that they won't judge you, that they will care for you a way a friend should care for someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I had to do this today because my son's birthday party is coming up. My son's first birthday, and we're trying to like figure out who to invite. And so M said like close friends, and so I'm literally going through my phone, and I am as mean and hateful and awful as I am. I'm an includer. Everyone's welcome. You guys are all invited, and there are literally people where I wanted to invite them, but then I had to think, is this a close friend? Has this person do they have the equity to get this invite to my kid's like first birthday party? And I'm like, ugh. As mean as it is, there were some people that I had to leave off the invite list because I'm like, I do genuinely like you. We are friends, but you're not at that level of close friend that I would include in this. And I felt bad leaving them off the guest list. Like I felt bad like not inviting them. But it's okay. They don't watch the podcast anyway, so they're not going to see that they didn't make it.
I just found out we didn't make the invite list. Was that your way of letting me know?
How have your friendships changed?
I'm just kidding.
As you
but I think
up?
that was I will tell you with like kids' birthday parties, it is hard because you do want to like invite everyone, but then
bro, guess the guest list. Like how many people are invited to this thing?
50.
80.
Okay, yeah.
It's like it's almost like a wedding. Like
no, for real.
Which is why when he turns 2, no one's gonna know.
Yeah.
3, 4, no one's knowing those birthdays.
No, I agree. The first one's always a big one. I don't, it's funny because sometimes they don't even do the smash cake.
We're not doing that.
But our kids, we don't do a big birthday party for them every year. We started to with Brooklyn. We did a second one and we're like, she doesn't even know what's happening. Now this year, she was so excited for her birthday. And so she could not wait to invite her friends and have her friends come. So we did throw a party for her. And it was
how old was she?
4.
I wouldn't have done it.
You will when your kid gets so excited. Trust me. All right, what's next? What you got?
How have your friendships changed as you grew up and moved through new seasons of life? They change because of my understanding of the word friendship. That's how my friendships changed. As when I was younger, like everybody could be my friend, anybody could get my time, anybody could get my attention and energy. But as my understanding of like what I want out of friendships and what I think friends are, there are certain people that are in my life and I'm like, okay, let me just alter how our relationship looks from my end, where it doesn't necessarily affect your experience of my friendship. It affects my experience of our friendship. Yeah. And so there have been just people that I'm like, I want to be closer with you, but the kind of person you are, I can't do that to us. And that's just because, and there's people who really want, more of Caleb in their life and they will text me or whatever. And I'm just like, I got nothing for you, big dog. And it just happens to be in order to protect my sanity and my mental wherewithal, I just have to limit their access to me.
No, I get that. And I kind of agree with what you said a little bit. Mine is similar. So I think it wouldn't be until my 30s, honestly. I would say 30 and on that I've started to fully figure out like who I am in every aspect. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is I would always cater to everyone. And so if someone liked whatever, I would, okay, I like that too. If someone, so I would just kind of jump on to feel included and to be included. And I had great friendships in all aspects, and I still have friends. I want everybody to know I have friends. No, but I still have great friendships that I've had for years. And even people I'm not close to, like when I still see them, love them, hug them, stuff like that. But I have learned to value my opinions and myself more and find friendships that value me for who I am.
You asked me, like you said, like there's a lot that I don't care about. And that's very true because I'm so comfortable not being accepted. Like I'm like with the things that I like, the things that I do, like eating a kiwi with the skin on, the kind of car that I drive, the way that I dress, the clothes that I wear, like the things that make me who I am. People are going to either like that or they're not. They're going to be turned off by it. They're going to find it funny. They're going to find it cool, weird, whatever. And I have reached a point in my life where I don't care what your opinion is of me. That your opinion of me is none of my business.
Yeah.
And when there are things that I say that I like when I like the kid, or if I like certain things about me, like there's nothing about me that I'm ashamed of anymore.
Yeah.
And so my preferences and the things that I'm into, like, I don't care if you don't like it. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with me. So that's kind of a lot of where my I don't care personality comes from, because I really don't. Like, you don't have to like me. I love me.
Yeah.
And there's no further validation that I don't have to try to like prove myself to you or anything like that. I'm not seeking your validation or acceptance anymore. And so that's where a lot of my like I don't care comes from.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I can relate with that, because that's where I'm, coming into my life, where I'm not ashamed of myself or anything. I definitely had a thought that went away. So that sucks, because it was really, it would have been TikTok viral.
I'm sorry. I had a friend when I was a kid. That's a lie. I didn't have a friend. My brother David had a friend named Ronnie Lewis. And Ronnie would, when I was like in middle school and like elementary school, he would come over and he would stop and talk to me for like just a little bit before he would go and hang out with David. And I would tell him like what's going on in my life, because he would ask. And he would ask me at the end of whatever I was lamenting over, he would ask me, "Are you going to lose sleep over that?" And I was like, "No, probably not." And he's like, "It's not that deep then." And no matter what I was talking about, and this happened almost every other day, like very often, and he would ask me all the time, "Are you going to lose sleep over it? It ain't that deep." And he drilled that into me when I was like 10, 11, and 12. And so I began to like, when my friends would like talk to me, like, I would repeat it back. "Are you going to lose sleep over it?" And they're like, "Well, no." I'm like, "Well, it ain't that deep then." And so that also like kind of like affected my entire persona of like, do these things that are happening in my life right now really matter? Am I going to lose sleep over Diddy's indictment?
Well,
No, God, I hope not.
Right. I see what you mean. But like things in the world happening, are you going to lose sleep over it?
Yeah,
Because I
but
do think you're an overthinker as well. Because, you said you're going to wake up at 3 a.m. thinking about how you process stuff before.
I worry about how I treat people.
Like how you come across.
Right. Those are the things that'll keep me up. How I have treated someone. How you feel about me is none of my business, but how I treated you, that is my business. That's what will keep me up. So if you feel some type of way about me, but I feel like I think I did a great job, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But if I'm humble enough to go, maybe I did do something, then that's where the processing will come in at. So then that's where I'll start to care about like an interaction or like a conversation, especially if someone has the courage and strength to come up to me and tell me, "Hey, you hurt my feelings," or "Hey, I don't like this about you." I take all of those to heart.
I'm going to bring up a story about that with you.
About me?
Yeah. So we were at Patrick Lent's office, his old office. It was me, you, Taylor, Shelby.
Oh, it was about when I hurt Shelby's feelings?
Yes. And so we were singing, and then afterwards, Shelby had told you she cried after her first gig because of you.
Yep.
Your face was pure mortified.
Yeah.
Because
again, I thought her and I had a great interaction. Turns out, after talking to me, she got in her car and cried. I was just like, I did not mean to do that. Again, her opinion of me isn't really my business, but
when it affects how she feels.
When it was how she was affected by how I treated her, though.
Yeah.
And that was where I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that to you.
And I think it's because your personality, you come off as like a jokester sometimes. And so people don't know how to read you all the time. I remember the first time we started playing at Life Church, people were like uncomfortable because we were bantering back and forth. And they're like, do they hate each other?
Yeah, a lot of people have come to like my other friends and was like, I don't know how to read Caleb. And I'm like,
you can't.
Get in line.
So we kind of talked about what do you value in a friendship?
The biggest thing that I'll value in a friendship is someone that doesn't walk away from the friendship when it's tough, or when it's awkward, or when it's not easy. Like this is not me. I don't have this friend, but I have a friend who has a friend who gets
a friend.
No. Like, I've been in situations where there'll be someone there and the situation is tense, and that friend has an opportunity to get in the drama or shy away. And I hate when they pull out. I'm like, bro, don't. This is what you're here for. Like, be the friend. Like, get in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is none of my business. Like, and like, what are you doing here? Like, get in the friendship or be gone forever. Like, don't just come around when it's good.
I'm confused by your example. Can you explain it another way?
Like, let's say you and your spouse are having a discussion about finances, and it's tense because it's finances and money, and I'm there or someone else is there, and you guys are comfortable talking about whatever it is you're talking about. And then maybe you go, what do you think? And that friend goes, oh, I ain't in it. Like, don't do that. Like, first of all, you ask for the opinion, and because they don't want to say the wrong thing, they don't want to choose a side, they just decide to step out. Now, is it their place to say something or comment on the relationship? Probably not, but that's what I want out of a friendship. Yeah. And I'll tell you, if you're out of pocket, you're out of pocket, because maybe you're speaking from a place of ignorance, which is not your fault.
Right.
But if you're there in the room and we're having a discussion, oh, you in this fight too. You better pick a side real quick. But like, and
we picking Emily's.
But like, what I try to do is I always pick the side of the marriage, because usually when there's a disagreement, it's one-on-one, and I'm like, all right, let's fight for the marriage here. Yeah. Let's fight for the friendship. Let's fight for the relationship. And so those are the kind of friends that I want, that will step in, potentially step into some business that they probably shouldn't be in, because I want your input. Like, if I'm going through something, I want my friends to be able to like talk me off the ledge or correct me on the way that I speak to my wife or comment on how I spend my money. Like, because if not, you're letting your friends just live their life.
Did you buy that belt?
I'm very close to buying that belt.
Do not buy that belt.
Well, you ain't about to tell me what to do, bro. Shoot.
But
let my clip get another 1 million views. I'm buying that belt.
So yes, I think what you said is 100%. I
buy some stickers.
That's right. I was gonna laugh if it shot up again. What do you people misunderstand the most about you?
I don't know. Thank you, Julia. My effing face. Because like I said earlier, I have horrible RBF. Horrible. It's bad. I generally look like I'm upset. Just regular. That is my regular face. My resting face looks upset. Almost to the point of anger and annoyance. All the negative emotions. And what people misunderstand is sometimes I am upset. But most of the time...
But you can't tell it either way.
Right. But most of the time, I am perfectly fine. Probably even happy to be where I am. So, but usually, like, in the morning, I'm tired. Leave me alone. But...
Hey, man,
like, especially if I ain't had coffee yet, bro, like, don't get out.
That drives my wife crazy about me. She's a morning person. We learned it quick in marriage. Like... And it's not like don't talk to me, but don't talk to me.
Mine is
don't talk to me,
bro. Like when my wife, like we're out. There are rare moments where my wife and I are in bed like in the morning together, because usually like I get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. But like on like a Saturday or something, or a rare occasion where I'm not going somewhere early, we'll be in bed together. And as soon as her eyes open, she can speak, and it is the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah,
because she's got 80 questions that she just wants to fire off immediately. And I'm like, why? How? Why? Be quiet.
I don't even want to say, how are you this morning? Like, I just want to sit and, like, my whole body and brain have to wake up before. Coffee doesn't even do it for me sometimes.
I need coffee. Yeah. So, like, that's,
you know what's sad, though? I realized because that's who I am. I hate mornings. So when it comes to my wife, I'm very like, hey, like, don't talk to me. But as soon as I see my kids, I'm like, hey, how are you? And then I feel bad because I'm still looking at my wife like, don't talk to me. But
I do that. I do that all the time. Like when I come in the morning, like, and I see my son, what's up, shawty doo wop? Hey, Bubba. Like,
that's exactly.
The energy changes so quick from one to one. It's not fair.
Yeah.
All right.
So I saw this game on TikTok. So I went to Amazon and I went and body it. Body yada yada. It's called Bad Opinions. And so I think this would be fun. Like if we have like a group over sometime, like we're gonna have to play with it. It's the party game of hot takes and sizzling debates. Mm-hmm. So basically, I mean, you have a group of people and everyone has voting cards, and then you read this card off, and then people have to give their hot take.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pick a card, read it, and then I'm gonna give our hot takes.
All right, first of all, you know how you said like processing internal, external, because I can just like off the hip with stuff. I looked through like 10 of these, and already I'm like, each one of them had an answer. All right. An actor you would like to see make a comeback. Shia LaBeouf.
Dylan O'Brien.
I don't know who that is. A cuisine that you avoid. Mushrooms.
Oh, thank you.
Mushrooms are gross.
Thank you. Thank you. That is why we are friends.
Yeah, that's why.
That's the one thing.
An ice cream flavor that you haven't seen but think would be successful. Now, I have seen it, and it is not bad. That barbecue flavor ice cream from Betty Ray's. It's not bad.
Bro, it ain't good.
It's not bad, though.
No.
Like, I don't want like a gallon of it, but I could totally do like a scoop or two of that.
You mean a sample spoon at the
No, like a whole, like, give me a bowl of that real quick.
Popular singer and musician you consider overrated.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's a good one. I was going to say Mariah Carey.
Overrated singer that's overrated.
Taylor Swift is overrated. Sorry, Swifties. I know you're going to come for me for saying that. My wife, I get like great music and all, but it's a little much.
And yeah, and I agree, because in my opinion, I don't think she's that great of a singer. Like, to be able to stand and sing. She's an incredible pop star.
Well, and I think musician, because she writes her music, great melodies, everything. Does she have the voice of an angel?
I don't think vocally she's all the way there. Like, and she is a wonderful entertainer, great
and
pop
also,
star.
Another thing about you is you are over the eras.
Yeah, shut up.
You're tired of every kind of era.
A popular date night activity that you dislike: walking. Let's go for a walk. No.
Yep. I can.
The most overrated movie series: Star Wars.
Oh, that's you know what I would say?
They're good.
I haven't seen them all. I would say, oh, Julie, don't kill me. Mission Impossible.
Those are so good.
I haven't seen them all. Oh, and I also haven't seen Indiana Jones.
Those can go all the way. Get them out of here.
A celebrity that was unfairly canceled.
I'm supposed to say R. Kelly.
No.
But I don't agree. That was just the first one that came to mind. I don't agree. I'm sorry.
Next, he's going to say Diddy.
Bring him back. No. A celebrity that was unfairly canceled. Oh, gosh. I'm going to hell, dude. Who I thought about next? Cosby. Like, I don't agree. My mind is betraying me right now. I can't think of one. Like, who got canceled that probably shouldn't have been canceled. I don't know. The worst baby name you ever heard, Paisley.
I think that's a good name.
It's a beautiful name for like that could be a nickname. I think a lot of parents are giving their babies very cute names as babies. But like, can you imagine we're going to Grandma Paisley's house?
Yeah.
I can't, like,
Sounds
Like,
like it sounds like a last name.
Imagine a 30-year-old woman going in for a job interview. Hi, I'm Paisley McIntyre. What's your first name? Paisley.
I think it's.
No.
I mean, I was gonna say shoot, Caleb. I'm just kidding.
I'm out. The most overrated.
No, definitely Gabe. Just kidding.
The most overrated coffee chain. I think Starbucks is overrated.
Yeah, for sure.
They're good.
But pumpkin season they ate.
Hey, you know what's funny? Okay, so I've been really getting into. We gotta wrap this show up. I've been really into 7 Brew lately. 7 Brew coffee. They don't miss. Boy,
They've been good.
Their iced coffees are so
Their iced
good.
coffees are good, yes.
And you can get them sugar free. I'm here for it.
I will say I've started going that. I've learned that I like a cinnamony flavor.
A cinnamon?
Yeah, a cinnamony flavor in my coffee. So like it adds this like extra spice.
It's because it's a spice.
Add a little bit of spice.
Anyway, so I'm in Omaha, right? And my wife and I are there, and she's like, "Hey, let's go get some coffee on the way to church. We're going to visit a friend's church." And I look out, and there's a Scooters there, but I don't see Scooters. It is clearly a Scooters, but in my head, that's 7 Brew. And I'm like, "Oh, we gotta go right there. We're going. Like that's my spot." And I get there, we pull in, and I'm like, "Oh, let me get wait, where is it on the menu? Hold on." They got because 7 Brew has their famous 7 flavors or whatever or drinks, and I'm like, hold on, I just need 1 second. I just need to know what the blondie. Wait, oh, this is Scooters. I said that so loud. I was so disappointed.
What did they say?
They said, that's all I heard back was.
They probably were not expecting that.
I was so bummed out that it was a Scooters. Scooters is fine, but I thought in my head, I thought it was 7 Brew, and I was very excited, and then immediately disappointed.
All right, speed round. Ask me, just pick 5 questions. I've got to answer them, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for you.
A job you think everyone should experience?
Healthcare.
I was gonna say go in the army.
Ooh, that's a good one.
An animal you wish you could shapeshift into?
A lion.
Same. A U.S. president that you think did the worst job? Answer it.
Joe Biden.
Wait, isn't he currently the president?
Yeah.
Oh.
You wouldn't know it.
That's funny. I was gonna say Andrew Jackson.
Something people share on social networks.
Was that 5?
No, that was 3, but you do. Oh, okay.
All right, 2 more. Personal item you couldn't live without.
I mean, my wife.
She's not an item.
That's true. That sounds bad. I was just trying to be sweet, but that did not turn out sweet. Cell phone? I feel like everyone would say cell phone.
Yeah, people would
Nowadays,
say that. Not
which
me,
is
though.
sad.
Not me, though.
What would you say?
Ranch. A body part you think you could live without.
A toe.
Get rid of it. Yeah, I was gonna say a pinky, but that's you can see that clearly. You can take a toe.
I'll have a little nubby nub.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Fire something off for me.
A car you would never consider buying.
Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, that's a good one. Here we go.
You making that face for it, Julie?
Something your friends do that annoy you.
Talk to me.
Something your parents do that annoy you.
Talk to me.
A fashion trend you think should go away.
Men with hair in that hang out here.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's flat, straight, dry, nothing.
If it bowl cuts. Ugh.
Are those still around?
I know it when I see it.
A name you would never consider for your child.
Derek. I don't know. I made that up.
No, that's a good one. A celebrity that was unfairly. Oh, I already asked that one.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to go back there, do we?
Mm-hmm. Sinead O'Connor.
I got one more. I just had it.
Fire off.
Okay,
man.
let's
I can
say
do these all day.
We'll do this one. Something that often happens in movies or TV series that irks you.
Falling in love.
Oh.
I hate in movies where there's obviously a hot guy and it's oh, come on, you don't need to fall in love with him.
See, I would say more the scary movie, when the people are oh my gosh, someone's in here, and so they run to where they're gonna get killed.
Yeah, I hate it in like any scary movie when you run upstairs.
You gonna jump off the roof?
You know what? Hey, what's one of your favorite like scary movies though? Real quick, mine is Bird Box.
Oh, that I do know.
Remember that one?
Yeah,
that was such a good. It was like such
one.
a good like thriller. Oh man, because there was a girl in there that she was like some actress. She was like very kind of new to acting, and I knew when she came on camera, I was like, "You are about to get people killed," and she did. She got like half the group killed. I was like, "I called it. I freaking called it." So pissed. Bird Box, one of my favorite scary movies.
I wouldn't call that scary though.
It was suspenseful.
Because you don't like scary movies.
No. I love suspense, though.
Have you watched The Conjuring?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Love The Conjuring.
It's a good movie.
Let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah, let's go to our weekly segment.
Called That's
Crazy.
That's crazy.
I do love that audio clip, Julia. That's my favorite thing in the world. I ain't really got nothing this week. It's just something that this is not a thing. It just made me laugh, and it makes me laugh every time I see it. Is little white women in big SUVs. And I don't mean like
you mean like, when they have to like hop up in it?
Like I don't mean like physically like little people, like little people. I mean just like petite white women in these giant trucks. I see it all the time at like gas stations. They be like lifted trucks, big SUVs, Tahoes. Because I see the truck and I'm thinking that belongs to a big burly dude, and it's just little Cindy Lou Who's walking out.
She gonna come
and
for
like,
you in the comments.
She reaches for like the thing and like puts it up in the thing. Like she has to like
she grabs a little step stool to get up in it.
You know the sound that Mario makes when he jumps. That like, I hear that sound every time.
You should have a little button so every time it happens, you can just go meow.
It's the funniest thing. I'm like, what are you doing in that truck? You don't need. Get you a Volkswagen Beetle and come on, quit playing around. Like my cousin Christy has one big old truck, and she's like 5 foot -4. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's the funniest thing in the world. Every time I see them, little white women in big old trucks and SUVs. It's the funniest thing. That's just my little thing. It makes me giggle every time I see them. I'm just like, what you doing in that truck? You don't need that big.
See, what's
truck.
funny is you have nothing this week, and today I was like, I got these 3 things that have been on, which I mean, I'm not going to talk about one of them. But no, I will. You know what? I hate rude drivers.
Again with traffic.
This happened the other day. So I was at Taco Bell drive-thru getting some grub, had to munch on some stuff. This one, you have, like when you go out in order to exit, you have to turn this way. So it's a very sharp turn. So a truck's coming, whatever. I let them go, So I start turning. My car doesn't turn very sharp. And so then this car comes speeding in and almost hits me and then honks at me as if I'm in the wrong as I'm turning to get over. So you know what I did? I just, instead of, telling them that they're the number one driver, I honked twice real back and I went, And our windows were right next to each other. So I hope she knows she was. Anyway.
That's something that you were asking about, like a red flag. We didn't get to the question on like what's a red flag in a relationship or a friendship. Mm-hmm. I really don't like people that have road rage. That is such a turnoff.
A turnoff in a friendship?
Yeah.
I have bad road rage.
I mean that in the most heterosexual way. Like it's a turn. It's off-putting. It's unbecoming.
I got bad road rage.
I know, and we rarely are in the car together. Like we go 100 yards to go get coffee and come back, so we don't really experience a lot of traffic. But
wait till we take a road trip. It's really if I'm driving, because if I'm in the passenger seat, then I'm just backseat driving with you.
Yeah, but when people have road rage, I'm like, bro, what are you? It ain't that deep. Like, come on.
Listen, I feel attacked out there. I remember the first time someone flipped me off.
Did you lose sleep over it?
I still think about it to this day.
That's terrible.
This little nasty.
Hey,
folks,
thank you for watching.
Hold on, I got one more. That's Slipped out. Sorry. So I went to a concert Friday night with my friend Clint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went and saw Craig Morgan, great country artist, really good concert. People, we've talked about, add this to the count about talking at concerts. People are disrespectful. So this wasn't just like the person behind me talking, right? He was telling a story, and because of the way that you listening,
Yes. Go ahead.
because of the way the venue was set up, like everyone, there was so many conversations happening, like you could barely hear his story. And I'm thinking, you paid money to see this guy, and y'all are just talking. Granted, I mean, there was a sound issue, so they were trying to fix it, but he was telling a really cool story. It was very disrespectful, very rude. Like in some of the videos that I took, you can hear them just chattering away, like you're in a gymnasium. It was disrespectful. Also, fall festivals. Get your husband the kettle corn. Also, but people are rude. You know, you don't think about it till you got kids. You don't think about it, you know, or like you're pushing an elderly person or someone with broken foot or whatever. But people are rude and they do not care about they'll step on your kids and then probably just walk away and be like, I don't care.
I elbowed a kid once on accident.
You the people I'm about to punch.
Like,
I told my wife, I said, I'm about to throat punch someone. My face, you talk about RBF, my face was ready to ninja. I was ready to go.
Mm-hmm. You gonna drop kick somebody?
Drop kick, super kick, throat punch.
Okay.
They gonna find out. They gonna mess around and find out. They gonna redneckinize.
Hey, folks, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you made it this far, we really appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in religiously. I really appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, share the podcast, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about it. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And don't forget, limited time only, we got our Kiwis on sale shirt.
Yeah.
With Costco Kiwi Guy. Have a great night, folks.
I'm the Costco Kiwi guy now.
Literally, if you search it on TikTok, it's pulls you up. Julia's friend texted and was like, Costco Kiwi Guy, huh?
Man.